So my name is Tom Soderstrom. I carry the title of Chief Technology and Innovation Officer, or CTIO. I often brand it as Chief Toy Officer because today's toys are tomorrow's tools, but you don't know which toys become tools until you play with them. And that's really the whole purpose of what we do, is we want to answer the big questions at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Is there life in space? Are we alone? Can we find Earth 2.0 should we ever need to export humanity? Was there life on Mars? Those are big, weighty questions. But to get there, we use IT and we use the emerging technologies. In terms of Internet of Things, so we use it at JPL, but every company is going to take advantage of it. We demonstrated at a recent conference that Internet of Things needs to be connected to the Internet. Then we pulled the plug. Disconnected Internet, and it still kept working. That is new technology. That's one happens to come from Amazon. And for us, we can now take a rover. We built a toy rover that you can talk to and drive, and you can ask questions about Mars, and it drives around and follows you. Imagine that in the trucking industry. Imagine that our rover goes into a mine, finds miner, and connects to the Internet, gets more information, goes back in. Or a truck driving across vast distances like Australia, and where there's no internet, but it still keeps going. And when it gets in range, it connects back up again. So you have sensors that are measuring everything. So how can an enterprise take advantage of it? Number one, build an IoT network that's separate from the regular network. That's what we did. And we found that it was amazing. The innovations are now coming fast and furious, and there's no cybersecurity risk because it's a separate network that's not connected to our regular network. And we built code, programs, to talk back and forth between the two. And that will spur innovation for us and for any other enterprise out there. When I grew up, I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to walk on the moon because that was my reality. Kids these days, some of them want to be astronauts, some don't, but they all want to participate. So how do you do that? One way is to put on augmented reality or virtual reality goggles and walk on Mars. And pick up a rock, have a colleague from a different country participate, look at the same rock and discuss it. Science fiction? No, it's here. So we started with using Google Glass when it first came out, found the use cases, prototyped them, and then when Microsoft's HoloLens came out, we now are actually using that to do a collaborative science on Mars. Then we took that same technology, and when we build spacecraft, we're actually able to visualize it, go inside, look around, see if the hand will fit to turn a screw before we build it. I think augmented reality and virtual reality are probably one of the key things, especially once we start adding artificial intelligence to it. And that's the next big wave.